can we say it's more localized here?
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
How do you find the food? Banana leaf rice.
Oh, really good.
Really
The best in Bangsar.
Okay. Nirvana?
Yeah. Went there yesterday.
Went there yesterday.
Yeah.
I literally eat that 7 days per week. Nah, I just kidding. Hello， 大家好，我是 Brandon， 我是一名 property coach. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when we say Bangsar? Thank you, Annie. Nice cup of teh tarik. I'm Brandon Goh, your property coach and explorer buddy. Today, we are going to visit Bangsar as a whole. Are you ready? Let's go! Bangsar, if you look around, it is also very hilly, and back then, it is also a rubber estate. That sounds really similar to Mont Kiara, isn't it? That is the place that we visited last week. You can go back to our previous video to learn more about Mont Kiara as well. Now, Bangsar, how it gotten its name? We have to credit to these two businessmen. The first Belgian named Banji, the second businessman from French named Griza. Both of them formed this company called Banji Griza that ran the estate back then. So, Banji Griza had eventually changed to Bangsar and eventually respelled into Bangsar, which is the name that we have right now. Now, we start off with the commercial shops. On my right, here's the 2-story shops. On my left, here's the 3-story shops. And these 3-story shops would transact about 8 to 9 million, whereas the 2-story shops transact about 6 million. My personal investor had invested a shop back in 1970s, 1980s, and how he restructured his asset. He basically sold this shop in exchange for another 4 commercial shop lots. The end result is he had achieved 50% increment in rental collection, and also after all this adjustment, he still has 20% cash on hand. Now, what had made this place so valuable is that if you look around, you literally find everything you need here. The post office, banks, restaurants, groceries, and also bars. So the business flow remains active from morning till night. The rental demand, the capital gain is definitely there because all the residents of Bangsar, if they need anything, this is the most convenient commercial area that they will be going to. Now, Bangsar is one of the most sought after residential and commercial address in Klang Valley, being 4 kilometers southwest of city centre and 10 minutes drive away. And now we are here in Bangsar Park, which is the first development of residential here in Bangsar. And the first house was built in 1969. Now if you look around the houses here, an ordinary intermediate house would easily cost you 1.3 to 1.6 million. Now we have just passed by Bangsar LRT station, and I don't talk about this a lot, but there's a clear difference when it comes to different lines of LRT, and this is the better ones because it connects to the whole stretch of PJ, it connects to KL Central and eventually to KL City Centre. How do you find this place?
I like Bangsar a lot.
You like Bangsar?
It's a good place to live, yeah.
Why do you love it so much? Is it the bars or?
There's lots of good restaurants.
Alright.
And also, people are quite friendly, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah.
Did you travel to Mont Kiara?
I have.
Do you find similarities between these two?
It's a lot busier in Mont Kiara.
Where we at is the earliest hospital in Bangsar. It was built during the early 19th century. Back then, it was still called as Bangsar Hospital or European Hospital. Now, after much expansion and upgrades, it is now renamed as Institute for Public Health. And lastly, we are here in Bangsar Village 2, another place that residents of Bangsar likes to visit at their convenience. So, this will be a wrap up for today's Bangsar site visit video. If you like videos like this, like, follow and share our content. We will be visiting to another place in KL next week. So, I'm Brandon Goh, signing off. See you next week. Do you know much about Bangsar and why would you travel here? Is it convenient?
Yeah, it's convenient. We usually go to Bangsar village because the grocery, I think that's the best grocery store we have around KL.
Here's your sweet father.
Yes, just turned 18.
Very strong body.
Yeah.
Very fit. But sir, do you know anything about Bangsar?
We used to come here like, almost like every week.
Visit.
We are doing our grocery in the Bangsar village and also in the Mid Valley. These two places, yeah.
Okay, because Mid Valley is being near and this
Yeah.
is like the best grocery that she said.
Yeah.
Okay.